Throughout history, people have developed rules for identifying safe mushrooms. These folk methods get passed down through generations, shared confidently, and believed completely. They're also dangerously, demonstrably wrong, and they kill people every single year. Let's systematically dismantle the most common myths. First, if animals eat it, it's safe for humans. This seems logical on the surface. Animals have evolved to avoid poisons, right? Wrong. Many animals can tolerate toxins that are absolutely deadly to humans. Rabbits can eat death caps without harm. Squirrels consume mushrooms that would kill a person. Different species have different metabolisms, different detoxification systems, different tolerances. What's safe for a deer is irrelevant to human safety. Second myth, a silver spoon turns black when cooked with poisonous mushrooms. This has zero scientific basis. The chemical reactions that tarnish silver have nothing to do with the compounds that make mushrooms toxic to humans. Amatoxins don't react with silver. This test has been debunked repeatedly, yet it persists because it sounds scientific and provides false certainty. Third, poisonous mushrooms have bright colors. People love this one because it matches our intuitions about warning coloration in nature. But death caps are drab tan or greenish white. Destroying angels are pure white. Gallerina marginata is boring brown. Some of the deadliest mushrooms look utterly unremarkable while being completely lethal. Fourth myth, peeling the cap removes toxins. Toxins are systemic throughout the mushroom, in the cap, the gills, the stem, the mycelium. Surface preparation doesn't remove them. The amatoxins are in the cellular structure itself. You can't peel away lethality. Fifth, cooking destroys all mushroom toxins. Some mushroom toxins are heat-labile and break down with cooking, but amatoxins are heat-stable. You can boil a death cap for hours, and it remains just as deadly. Cooking provides false security while doing nothing to improve safety. These myths persist for several reasons. They're simple, memorable rules that provide cognitive closure. People want definitive answers, not complexity. They're culturally transmitted with authority. If your grandfather taught you the silver spoon test, you believe it carries traditional wisdom. They sometimes work by accident. If you only encounter non-toxic mushrooms, any identification method will seem reliable. Public health messaging struggles against these myths because you're not just correcting misinformation, you're challenging cultural identity and traditional knowledge. In some communities, foraging knowledge is deeply tied to heritage. Telling people their grandmother's methods are wrong feels like disrespecting their entire cultural lineage. Mortality data from regions where folk methods predominate is sobering. Areas with strong foraging traditions but weak mycological education show elevated poisoning rates. The pattern is consistent. People confidently apply folk tests, consume mushrooms that pass those useless tests, and die from species those tests should have flagged as dangerous, but didn't. The only reliable identification method requires expert mycological confirmation. This means microscopic spore examination looking at size, shape, ornamentation, and color. This means chemical testing with reagents that produce specific reactions. This means comprehensive morphological analysis examining dozens of features simultaneously. A trained mycologist with proper equipment might spend 30 minutes examining a single mushroom, consulting reference materials, and still conclude they need to send samples for DNA analysis to be certain. That's the level of rigor required for confident identification. Folk wisdom gives you confidence without competence, certainty without safety. It kills because it convinces people they know what they're doing when they absolutely don't.